Julia, where are you going, my dear? Julia, I said, where are you going?
Nowhere in particular, Mother. I just thought I'd go for a walk. Don't fuss so.
Well, I only mentioned it, dear, because you know how strongly your father feels about your seeing that farm boy.
He is not a farm boy. He owns his land.
That potato patch is not a farm.
Just going over to the old hall.
I don't need 3 gases to know why.
Ralph? I'm here, Ralph. Why can't we always be together like this?
We will. We will.
No, it's impossible. My father would never agree to our marriage.
But wait till you hear my news. You know old Farmer Nascoville who died a month ago?
Yes.
Well, I've seen Lawyer Crabtree in the town, and I've arranged to buy all the land that runs down along of mine.
Well, that is good news. But my father will...
Oh, that's only a beginning. If I work hard and save all my money to buy more land, I could go to your father in, say, 5 years.
5 years? But I want to marry you now.
Well, maybe we can't have a church wedding with benefit of clergy and your father's blessing. But we know we belong to each other.
Let's run away together.
Oh, no, I couldn't leave my land. Besides, it wouldn't be right. Come on, my little Julia, cheer up. I'll tell you what we could do. We could mark our betrothal by the mixing of our blood.
Yes, like the gypsies do.
You ready?
Yes.
It's my dirt.
Now I'm yours forever.
No, mine.
What's the matter?
That voice.
I didn't hear nothing.
You must have done.
No, no. You're shivering. Are you cold?
No. No. But it's late. I must go.
Junior! Junior! When shall we meet again?
Pretty lady. Buy some lucky heads off from an old gypsy lady.
No, no, thank you.
I'll bring you love.
But I've got all the luck I need. But can you tell my fortune for me?
If you wish. No. No, I am not narrating what you tell.
Why? Why?
heaven's name?
The man at the window. There.
Couldn't be. It was a dream.
Not a sign of anyone.
But I'm sure.
You must have had a nightmare.
We're here, darling. You're quite safe. Go back to sleep. It was a nightmare.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You're in a hurry to get to church?
We mustn't be late.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning, Squire. Morning, Mum.
Morning, Ruth.
I was wondering if it would suit if I could bring that goose you wanted for tomorrow. I'm sure the one I picked be fat enough to grace the finest table in the land.
Thank you, my dear. I'm quite sure the goose will be satisfactory.
If it's anything like the last one, I shall have no cause for complaint.
What is it?
I must talk to you.
But I can't now. They're waiting for me.
Meet me at 3 o'clock at the old hall.
Must it be there?
Julia!
Yes, usual place.
Come, Julia. This is most unseemly behavior.
Sorry if I've startled you.
Forgive me. I was expecting someone else.
Then I trust that I don't come as too great a disappointment.
Oh, no. It's just that not many people come through this garden.
Indeed. Well, I fancy that may change from now on.
Pray, why should that be, sir?
Because now that I've come home again at last to claim my inheritance, I shall be living here.
You mean that you're the owner of the old hall?
I am the last heir to this estate.
Oh, well, then you must forgive me for trespassing on your property.
Please treat it as your own, though you must live close by. And I'm sure that such a beautiful young lady can command a garden better kept than this.
Oh, I live at the manor house with my parents.
And I wager that they don't know that you have an assignation here. Am I right?
Will you keep my secret for me?
I shall be as silent as the tomb.
Julia?
Ah, this must be the fortunate young man.
Ralph, This gentleman is the owner of the old hall.
Pleased to meet you, sir, I'm sure. I'm afraid we've been making free with your property.
Yes, I know, but you're both most welcome here, whenever you care to come.
Why, that'd be very civil of you, sir.
Well, I've much to do, so I'll bid you goodbye. Until we meet again.
Why did you want to see me so urgently?
Because I have to go into town tomorrow to see Lawyer Crabtree about the land.
Is that all?
Why, surely 'tis enough.
Well, hardly enough to justify the trouble I had to get here today.
But 'tis enough to justify the pleasure of my being with you a moment more.
Oh, Ralph. Of course it is. Walk with me home.
So, it's you. Now it's all plain to me. Time and time again I've seen death in the young maid's hands. I knew you'd be back one day. 50 years ago you destroyed my only daughter.
Get away, you old hag!
Cussed you then. And I cuss you now.
Matthew, quick! There's a gentleman. The master and Mistress are at home, sir. A gentleman to see the master. Quiet, sir!
Well, what is it, girl?
A gentleman. The gentleman.
Show me, then.
Talk of the devil.
This way, sir. Gentlemen, sir.
How do you do, sir? Summon your mistress, girl. A real pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure, sir, is mine. Parson, a double pleasure. The quality of the village at one fell swoop.
So the old hall will once more have a tenant.
First visit, I wonder at that, sir.
Oh, I'm a great traveler.
Yes, you have the look of a man who has traveled far.
Far indeed.
And brought back some merry tales, I don't doubt. My good wife, my daughter Julia. My dears, this gentleman is to be our new neighbor.
Your servant, sir.
How happy I should be if I were indeed to have so charming a servant. Madam, I well remember the beauties of our native countryside. But in your daughter, nature has surpassed herself.
Why, sir, you'll be turning the girl's head.
May I ask to what we owe the pleasure of this visit?
Or simply to ensure that my neighbors shall also be my friends, and to reassure them that my unexpected return will make no difference to their way of life.
You, sir, must be a man of great wealth, if by that you mean you do not intend to claim the monies due to you as lord of the manor.
The Lord, I, sir, supplies my every material need.
Well, sir, I must say that's uncommon generous of you. Times haven't been too easy.
Well, what's his business here, then?
How should I know?
Oh, I know that look in your eye, girl. You've been listening at the keyhole.
Well, and what if I have? Oh, Matthew, he's such a grand gentleman. I reckon his pockets are lined with gold, and you should hear the compliments he's paying Miss Julia.
Won't you take a glass of sherry wine?
Well, thank you, but no. I must be back at the old hall before nightfall. And I have much to do first.
Then at least, sir, allow me to bid you welcome on behalf of the whole village.
And no doubt I shall see you in church on Sunday.
Ladies, I am at your lightest command.
A fine fella, and a fine catch for some young lady.
I hope we shall have the pleasure of seeing you again soon, sir. It is not often that we get company, except for Parson, and he's not quite the answer to a maiden's prayer.
Take care, my girl. You're playing with fire.
Well, he may be a fine gentleman, but you'd set your cap at a one-legged beggar man crawling with lice.
If you were crawling with lice, I'd still fancy you, boy. You spot me for one-legged beggarman, Matthew. Matthew, what be you a-doing?
I can't tell you.
Then show me, if you're man enough.
Matthew, Matthew! Help! Help, everybody! Wake up, Squire! Squire, wake up! Wake up, Squire!
What the devil's this? Where's Matthew? The hour's past for visiting.
What is it?
Damn the boy! Where is he? There's enough noise here to wake the dead.
You'll not wake, Squire?
Oh, heavens! Merciful heaven! We've been so worried. Betty, she's not here.
Betty!
Parson, Parson!
Speak up.
The most terrible news. It's Matthew.
What's happened to him?
Dead. Brought home stabbed these few minutes since. I came here at once. And Betty. Betty's lost.
Lost then forever.
What's that you say, Parson?
Terrible things are shaping in my mind.
But what...
No, don't press me, Squire. We just must be all on our guard.
I don't understand.
I shall deliver a sermon after the funeral. The whole village will be gathered. My children. Evil is abroad. The gypsy is dead. Our poor friend Matthew, whom we have come to mourn, is dead. His former sweetheart, the promised comfort for his old age, has vanished, and mark my words, will never be seen again. Evil is abroad, my children. Who has unleashed this evil among us? Think, my children, think. The harmless life of the village has gone on for years and years. What then is the change? What new events? There is a newcomer.
though a hand were put about his throat, choking Parson into silence.
He was trying to tell us something. He didn't know to go around scaring folks, so.
I reckon he was more scared than he was letting on. If you ask me, it is devil's work.
That's a wise talk.
Maybe. But do you believe them? When they say that young Betty murdered her Matthew and ran off like they say?
'Twere nothing to me if they ran up to the red end of hell.
Don't be talking like that. I know what's the matter with thee.
Sometimes it seems you know more about me than I does myself.
Well, my dear, we bain't be twins for nothing. Would take even more than death himself to part us.
'Tis my Julia, Ruth. Things bain't be right between us.
Squire's been drinking it in. Drinking to a happy future.
For Julia.
And when Squire was drinking, he let on that Julia would make a fine lady of the old hall. Oh, Ralph.
And I'm going away on business another whole day. I must see Julia, talk to her. I'll go over to Squire's house. Why should I be frightened of him? I can't go away without seeing her again.
Good day, Parson.
I did knock. I didn't know anyone was...
And does that give you license to invade my property?
No, of course it doesn't.
Perhaps you have permission from one above. Do you feel protected by your calling, Parson? Are you dispensed from the normal restrictions that apply to ordinary people?
That poor girl has disappeared.
But you don't expect to see her again. Or so you told your congregation.
Not necessarily. I still have to look for her, though.
Well, is she here?
No, she's not. At least not to mortal eye.
Then I take it that your business here is finished.
No, sir. In fact, it's my belief. It's scarce begun.
Hello, Parson.
Whoa, Jezebel, whoa. Where you going, child?
To Matthew's mother.
Whatever you do, girl, don't go through the grounds of the old hall.
But why? I always go that way. The new owner said that I might.
Don't argue with me, girl. Do as you're told. Come on. I've got to see the bishop. Come on, Jess. Come on.
My dear young lady, what a pleasure to see you again so soon.
I didn't expect to see you here. But I'm afraid this isn't a formal visit. In fact, I was just taking a shortcut across the grounds.
As I told you before, they are yours to do with as you please.
You're too kind.
Nothing would please me more than you should think of my house as your own and of my humble self as your devoted servant.
Oh, sir. What have you done to upset the parson?
Well, nothing, so far as I know. Why?
Oh, he seemed positively distrait. Off to see the bishop about something.
I wonder what.
He even warned me against coming here today.
Did he? How very ill-advised of him.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I was just thinking aloud. But what can he have meant? Surely you're not afraid of me?
Of course not.
Yes?
Nothing. I mean...
Then may I venture to hope that you'll disregard the parson's stupid remarks and that you will come to visit me again?
Of course. But I really must be on my way now.
Then let me escort you to the gate. Remember, my dear, you will always be welcome here.
Thank you, sir.
Promise me that I may live, or at least exist, in hope of seeing you again.
Oh, yes.
Then, au revoir. You will come back.
I promise.
Julia! Your mother said you'd be at Matthew's mother's house. I'll be waiting for you there.
I didn't hurry. Hadn't arranged to meet anyone.
I had to see you. I've got to go away again on business. Where have you been?
You've no right to cross-question me. If I went anywhere else, it's nobody's business but my own.
Well, aren't you going to ask me why I'm going away? I'm only buying the property so as your father will accept me. I'll be signing papers. The land will be mine. I'll be a man of property, worthy of a squire's daughter.
Yes, Ralph. I dare say you will.
Julia!
Good evening, Parson. When I heard your pony's hoofs, I thought it was Ralph coming home.
You mean to say he's not at home?
He's been in town on business.
Stay near the house. Whatever you do, don't go near the old hall. Are you sure he's on his way home?
Oh, we won't be long. It's not like him to miss his supper.
Yes, well, I can't stay. Take heed. God be with you.
Come on, come on, come on.
Prepare her.
Ruth! Ruth, I'm home! Ruth? Come on! Come on! Come on!
Betty, help me.
She cannot hear you.
Spare me.
That may not be. My task on earth is to supply my master, Satan, with an endless line of virgin sacrifices. Unless I find a maiden willing to accept her death and spend eternity with me in my dark palace in the depths of hell. Will you accept and share my destiny?
No! No!
Then die and be my slave!
Ah!
What's the meaning of this, young man? If it's Julia you're wanting, you can't see her.
It's not your Julia, Squire. It's my sister, Ruth. I was away for the day on business. I came home and found the place ransacked. Squire, she's gone. Vanished.
What's that, boy? Ruth gone too?
We must find her, Squire.
Indeed, indeed. But there's nothing we can do tonight, so you better go home, boy. And if you haven't news of her by morning, we'll raise the whole parish, that I promise you.
O Lord and Master, though my task is not complete, and I still seek the willing sacrifice, accept as homage this new slave.
have you gone? Ruth! Ruth! What have you done with my sister?
Your sister?
Ruth. Her ghost. Oh, my poor Ruth, what's become of her? She tapped on my window. I followed her. She's here. Where is she? Julia. Why aren't you at home with your father? Here, alone with him.
Leave me to conduct my own affairs. They don't concern you.
You must come with me, Julia. We must leave here at once. I'll see you home.
Leave here? With you? No.
If you don't come away with me, it's the end. The end of everything. You must decide between us once and for all.
I think you have your answer. Am I right? Your choice is made?
I've made my choice. For this, I left my father's house in secret tonight. And I'll stay with you forever.
Forever. Yes. But first there's work that I must do. For one more day, we must remain apart. But then, together, we will travel far, far from here. Trust me. And tomorrow evening, as the clock strikes 8, come to me again.
As the clock strikes 8, I will not fail.
Julia. I dreaded this. Oh, Parson.
Now we must act. Our last chance in this battle with the devil lies in the old Kabbalist Melchizedek. I went to the bishop and he told me of this old man who... We must still hope. We have a journey ahead of us.
We leave at once?
Yes.
I must get my horse.
I'll meet you under the gibbet on the heath.
Enter, my children. Enter. I've been expecting you. Come on in. Come on in. You've got a visit to Parson. Aren't I right? Like an interesting newcomer to the parish. Aren't I right? Yes. He's a troublemaker, that one. Yes, but there are ways and means of dealing with him. Come on in. Come on in. I've been waiting for you. See, all me pots and pans. They're all in order. You see? And all ready. Yes, all in good working order. Me paraphernalia. I'm not my sugar. I'm in good working order too. And at your service. At your service. I've been watching you these past few hours. On that, you see, that's what I call my mirror onto the world. I can see everything that's going on in the world without taking a blessed step outside. Yes. Oh, of course, I don't get much company, you see, up here. And it's very remote. So I rely on my mirror. Yes. And very interesting it is, too, sometimes, the things I've seen. making it work. Oh, wait, would you like to see what vilenesses your new friend is perpetrating at this moment? It takes skill and effort, but not to worry, not to worry. You've come to the right one.
That's him.
Don't I know it? It's an old battle I'm joining on your behalf.
Ruth, I knew it.
It's her love for you, my boy, that's giving our friend all this trouble. Her love for you has survived her death. Good girl. She tore herself from the power of the devil to come to you. That's love, that is. It's a neat trick, that. Unquenchable fire. The heart burns throughout all eternity, suffering the agonies of hell, never consumed.
Ruth! Oh! I'll kill him!
Very difficult. He's been dead a long time already. Dead and not dead.
May he burn forever in hellfire.
So he does. He even enjoys it now, after his fashion. Thick skin.
Julia!
That's enough. Calm down, my boy. Calm down. I know it's hard. First your sister, then your sweetheart, and you're new to the game. But it's nearly dawn. And your sister will rest in peace during the hours of daylight. Oh, yes. They're the rules, do you see? And I'm sure something can be done before another night has gone by. Oh, yes. I'm sure of it. Oh, don't worry. You've come to the right place. Now you must rest. Because it's not going to be easy, you know. Not if we want to cast our friend back into the flames where he belongs. Not easy at all. You must rest, because you've got labors ahead of you. And while you sleep, I'll prepare some magic weapons. With my magic weapons, you can't fail. They'll work. You see.
Immortal rulers of the elements, by virtue of the powers invested in me by my master, mighty Lucifer, I do command you to appear within my magic circle. Fire. Water. Send me a spirit from the dark womb of your sister, Earth. Send me a spirit with the powers by light of day. that I myself have through the hours of night. Welcome.
Now, as I see it, he hasn't had time to work in sevens, so it must be in threes.
The blessed Trinity.
Trinity Schminity. This is none of your Christian schmutters. This is your kosher Yiddisher magic. Now, here's the weapons. There, 1, 2, 3. Now, there's your talisman, your bag of magic sand, and your vial of holy water.
Holy water. Well, we may have a chance after all.
Mind you, I did have to top it up, but it'll work. It'll work. Now, the trouble is, I don't know when you're going to need them. But need them you will. The talisman is the strongest. So I should save that for our friend himself.
Tell me, how did this fiend return to Earth? What is the secret of his magic powers?
Well, you see, it was all the fault of our young friend here. Oh, yes. Little did you think, did you, young fella, when you went plighting your troth on that tombstone, but a drop of her blood fell on the grave, and it was a suicide's grave. Now, as you well know, a suicide's grave is the mouth of a pit opening onto hell. The very mouth of hell is your suicide's grave. So our friend was called back, do you see, in his human form. And he wears that drop of blood in the heart of a jewel round his neck. Now you must get it and cast it into the flames. Then his power will be broken. And then the spirit of his victims will rest in peace.
Pray God that it may be so.
Amen, Pat. Oh, and by the by, you better hadn't go back the way you came. No. Try the little stream that runs down by the sea. I know it. Good. Not that it'll do you much good. He'll be waiting for you wherever you go. Yes. But it'll be interesting, though, to see how you get on. I shall be watching you in my mirror.
Well, with God's help, we will succeed.
Now, dear friend, there I can agree with you. Now, there isn't much time. Go on, you must be on your way.
That bumbling old fool, Melchizedek, is bound to have done his best to warn them of my plan. Now, in the day, it is for you to act. No matter what happens, they must not reach the village before my next night's work is done. A night's work that will complete my task forever. From the element of earth I conjured you. Air, fire, and water are at your command. Use them well, and see that those two pathetic mortals never reach their journey's end. Go!
Just a moment, my boy. Are you quite sure you know how to use that talisman thing?
Well, yes, I reckon I do.
You just have to show it to him. You don't have to touch him with it.
That'd be what the old man said.
I'm not certain. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks, you know.
Then you best go back in and ask him.
Yes, I think I will.
But be quick about it.
Sorry to disturb you. I didn't realize. It can wait. Thank you.
Hurry up, Parson. Our time be a wasting. Did you find out what you wanted?
Much more, my boy, much more than I wanted to. Come on.
Can't get through.
We'll have to leave the horses. We won't be long, Jess.
I'm sure this is a way. Come on, Parson. It can't be far now. Can you climb it, Parson?
Oh, it's impossible.
No other way out. We'll have to go back. Look!
Come on.
What shall we do? Use the holy water!
Trapped!
No, there's a stream. If we follow the stream, we can make our way home.
Dwarf!
What's she up to now?
What do we do? Use the sand! Quickly, let's get across before the bean picks up anything else!
Julia? Ah, just what I thought. Julia? Julia, come here this very minute.
What's the matter, Papa?
Matter? This is the matter. I knew you were up to something. Your father isn't such an old fool as you take him for.
No, Papa, please.
Running away with that damn young farmer, were you? Well, we'll soon put a stop to that.
But it's not what you think. I wasn't going to run away with Ralph.
You're not going to run away with anyone, my girl. You'll stay right here and cool your heels.
But Papa, please let me out. Please, please. Papa, no, no.
The ruined mill! Thank God! We're safe! Horse?
Save that. And yourself. I'll deal with him. Go on, my son.
Let me out, please. Please.
Fine. An hour late. I can't afford to lose her now. Will you accept and share my destiny? At last, my task is completed.
Julia!
You impudent young fool! Did you think you could match my power?
The drop of blood is gone. And Julia's mine again.
You do not understand what you've done. She was the key that could unlock the chain of my damnation. With her, I could have found eternal peace in death. Now you have cast me back into the fire, and you must pay. Pay with your life. And hers. Take them to meet their death. Ah, I see that my young ladies have done their best to make you both uncomfortable. Perhaps you'd care to note the finer points of the accommodation that I've provided. This tray of burning coals compels your foolish sister to supply the power to turn these cogs, which slowly, but oh, so slowly, tighten the rope from which you hang. For 7 days and 7 nights, you will be racked in torment. But long before your sinews crack and you are torn apart, you will have prayed for death 1,000 times. Ah, well, I must be on my way. No doubt we all shall meet again. In hell!
God help us!